and edit this because we are now on number 5. Hello everyone. Come on. 5. Okay, yes, let's save that. We are in excellent condition. Let's start. Okay, so where were we yesterday? I was in the middle of working out some of the proto armor. I think I've got the basics of that down. What I really want to work on now is on Friday's game, what they're going to find in this room. So the whole idea is these rifts, they have a demonic altar that gets triggered and then it melts the floor with the help of um, a whole bunch of drugged out uh, addicts that are on Chimera. Let me just check my audio quickly. Yeah, no, we can hear it. So that's what I want to do, and then I want them to go in here, get attacked, probably by some skeletons. That's probably a good thing. But what we need to find is a crypt, I think. I think that's what we need is a crypt. Is that what I want? Yeah, I think I've done everything else. Um, can't think of anything else that I need. Maybe I'll just go here and just see if I've got some sort of crypt already. Because I'm finding it very hard to find interesting maps. Like there's heaps of maps. So that's almost like absolutely perfect size. Look at that. So we've got this one, which is it's almost perfect. It's got lots of little rooms where people are buried. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Well, that was a lot. That was a lot easier than I thought. Um, no, that's too simple. I want there to be a bit of exploration. I don't want to. So let's upload this to Small Beginnings. Hopefully, I've got enough space. Okay, just reset it. Unable to read data set from server. No one cares. Um, this one? That's the one with numbers, right? Yeah, DM. Okay, let's see if that loads. Oh, hang on, let's just check how big it is. Of course, it's 7 megabytes, and we can only put in 5 megabytes, so we have to do our stupid little thing. I mean, honestly, this drives me nuts. I have to noodle around in here now, trying to work out where. So the miscellaneous, yes it was, and it was this one. So I have to like go in here, select it all, make it smaller. But see, you don't want to make it too small because otherwise you're losing. Let's crop that and let's save it. Let's see. Oh, whoops, see? See, if you do that, it goes from 7 megabytes. I just had to do that. Okay, nice. I didn't even have to lose anything, which is really weird. Okay, must be in a different file format or something. We're sorry, but you've done your quota. Yeah, let's get rid of some of this rubbish that I've had in here for too long. And I'm never going to use. Well, that one's diff. That's kind of in the map there. Just chill out. These are all old maps that we used at the beginning of the game. We can delete that one. And that one, that's from an old game. I don't need that. I mean, it's tempting to keep these ones, but I don't know. I just keep this because I love this map so much. This is from Dragon Mountain. It's such a beautiful map. If I had a spare, do I really have to? Yeah, okay, I get it. Let's try that. So when I first got Dragon Mountain, the box set, it was just crazy. There was just so much stuff in there. But I mean, it ends up that the campaign is while being rather cool, is how do you say it's very linear, and you don't get a lot of freedoms. Um, but you don't get a lot of freedoms on the map. Turn off the grid. See, look at this map. It's beautiful. The old school D&D map. How they used to make them. And as much as I mean, like this used to be an actual, like you would unfold it, so this you can see the creases in it. It's just beautiful. I just used to love this stuff. I mean, I still do, but it's just stunning. Very simple. But yeah, if you the biggest problem with playing it is the yeah the well, just the fact that it's so linear. Like there's no deviation. If you're playing this, you're playing this. Like, and the characters have to buy into that. But if they don't buy into it and they wanted to go off and do other stuff, you can't. You have to stop playing the box set, which is ultimately every box set's downfall. People want to stop playing it. Anyway, let's delete this. This is going to be our new one. Oh, wasn't I uploading it? Yeah. Getting too excited. That's right. I was really. I don't have much stuff left to throw away. I don't think I'm actually using this. Uh, don't think I'm using that. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I mean, I might have to start getting rid of stuff that we played with previously, but a lot of these things have been destroyed. So like these villas have been completely destroyed. I mean, did we actually? I didn't use half of these, really. And we can get rid of those. Get rid of this one. Okay, get rid of that. Let's see if that's enough. Telling you what, if I have the chance to make a board game, not a board, well, I've got a cool board game that I've got that I have made. But if I ever get a chance to, what the hell? It's not what I was trying to do. But if I ever have a chance to make a game, so it's very hard to talk and think. Um, Maps, miscellaneous maps. Just put this map on the system. Like seriously, if I ever have a chance to make an interface like this, um, it would be so much better than this one. Really? No, I don't want to. Really? What do I have to delete to do this? I could delete the spaceship, but they might actually go back there. Could delete all this, but this is my board game. Just quick plug. This is me play testing my board game called Mage Tower. So the idea is that there's a bunch of thieves breaking into a mage's tower. These are a bunch of objects like bookshelves and stuff like that the thieves can try and steal from. The thieves have to get to here, grab this mage stone, and run all the way back with it without the mages killing them. Mages have familiars and they can summon creatures, but it's all deck based, so it's like based on cards and dice and stuff. Heaps of fun, but I still haven't finished it. Anyway, I don't really want to delete all that because I'm still working on it. Edge of Forest. I think we can delete Edge of Forest. Let's see if that's enough. Is that enough? Are you not entertained? Yay, okay. The game lives on for free. Like, I'd honestly rather build my own UI for this sort of stuff than pay these guys who have done just, I mean, it's no right job, but it's so terrible. Like, at the end of the day, like, the whole rented model is terrible. Like, rent this for every month for $3 or $12 or whatever it is. It's like, no, just let me buy it, and then that's what I've owned. They really sucker people in with that sort of stuff now. And before you know it, you're just renting, you're buying a whole bunch of rubbish. Did it come up? Okay, cool. But you never really own it. That's the problem. What is this one? Is that where I was showing off? Yes, must be. We'll just leave this page. This can be the next page. And here we go. No. Stop. Stop it. What are you doing? Come here and move here. Just a tip for anyone that actually is using Roll20. Um, turn the grid off before you put a map up, because otherwise it just forces it into a little square, and then it's really hard not to. It's really hard to get it back to the original shape. And while it can be a little tricky to line it back up, um, it's much harder to try and get it back into the proper shape. Oops, a little aggressive with the wipe. Let's just stretch this down a bit, move it up. And now we are perfect. So it's as big as we're going to get it. Once you've done that, you can put it to the map layer. And yes, I know it's sideways, but the players won't care. They won't notice. Now we put Fog of War on. And we have our map. So they'll enter here, go onto a landing. Um, this won't be there. I'm not going to. This is obviously going somewhere else. This won't exist. So we've got to find a couple of little things before they get to the main adventure. Um, what is that? Actually, let's turn Fog of War off for now, because we'll do that once we've finished everything. Um, some sort of secret chamber. Um, so there's. I don't know if. I mean, what do we want to happen? I think we want some sort of phantom in there. Let's have a look what we've got for undead. Dungeon Master. Let's just go back and go to the beasts. Let's go to undead. Whoa, an undead titan. Oh yeah, that's just frightening. And a tropal. Um, what is it? Is it an aborted fetus? Unfinished creation of an evil god cast adrift and abandoned. Can't be raised from the dead or resurrected by malformed and unfinished. Its wet, wrinkled, and bloated body is surmounted by a hairless, overly large head set with glassy, vacant eyes. Huh. Wow. I mean, I don't think these guys could actually fight this. I think it would be far too powerful. So cool though. I want them to fight this at some stage, but I don't think this will be the stage. It just looks. Um, plus 9 to hit, 3d6 necrotic damage, 66 cold damage. Must succeed DC Constitution. Take 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed save. God damn. Can't regain hit points. Anyone that's within 30 feet takes 3d6 necrotic damage. Wow. That is amazing. So these are legendary actions? Anyway, wasting too much time on how cool that thing is. I mean, it's really interesting that this is a 15 when that Atropal is 13. Maybe it's the way I was using the vampire. I think actually I was using this vampire, but still, like, they're not that powerful. Like, it's hard to kill, I'll grant it that, but like I mean, it's 1d8 plus 4, and then the bite, which is 3d10 plus 3d6 plus 1d6 plus 4. Um, it's not that powerful, if you ask me. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I, it's cool, but I don't think it's that powerful. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Maybe I suck at doing vampire stuff, which is kind of what V said. But I don't know. They just seem like this thing is tough. Like having all these. Yeah. Anyway, like if you compare that to the Atropal, which like, am I saying it right? Atropal, Atropel, Atropal. Um, yeah, it just doesn't seem very powerful. The vampire. Anyway. What do we want? What is this thing? Literally a quarter, But obviously you want like 6 of these things or something. Um, I'm a class 9. Um, I mean, you can't really, if damage reduces zombie to 0 hit points, it must make a constitution saving throw. The DC of 5 plus the damage taken. Unless the damage is radiant or from a critical hit. On a success, the zombie drops to 1 hit point instead. That's pretty cool. It's like just a little bit tough. Why are these guys less tough? Eh, they're pretty much the same. Just a different flavor. Oh, that's 1d8. That's 1d6. Now, what I want you to do is draw me some vampiric mist. Um, yeah, it's a bit silly. Vampire spawn. Undying soldiers. I mean, that's pretty cool. Okay, no picture. What is this guy? I mean, these guys are kind of neutral good, so. Ooh, an undead tree. I like that. Is it a wampus? Um, well, that's pretty cool for the front of the, like when they first, not like obviously not the crypt, but this bit can make, like, there's a shadow of a tree here. Can make this tree or a tree. Um, anyone? Biola. No, there's no trees in this thing. Oh, anyway, still like it. Yeah, the good old shambling mound, eh? No picture. 2d8 plus 4. Grapple by the engulf. Blind restraint. I'm unable to breathe. I must succeed in a 14 constitution. If the mound moves, the engulfed target moves with it. The mound can only have one creature engulfed at a time. Made entirely of skulls and bones. Thanks for that info. Um, have a look here. Do I have room for a shambling mound? I think I do. Like right here. Just a pile of skulls. Now the question is, do I actually have a pile of skulls in here? Undead. I know there's some undead ones here. Samurais, wet caverns, the camp, townsfolk, basic undead. Uh, what if I did this? Yeah, no. It's gonna have all of these bones on top of each other. Um, like a literal shambling mound of bones. Can I select them all and move them? Yes, I can. Sweet. Okay. Ooh, zombie dog. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that looks like a shambling mound to me. How big is it? It's large. I always get confused with large and stuff. For some reason, I got someone watching me. Let's have a look here. I'm assuming. Can I just enlarge the whole thing? Yes. Can. So I think that is large. I think that's what makes something large, is the then out of each one of these alcoves, so each one of these alcoves will have, so this is a good trap. Actually, we should put it up here, because that's where the main fight's going to be. So put this pile of bones there. Hopefully someone is like, I'm going to go check it out. I'm going to search through the bones. Um, so then we're gonna have, let's pop this out. Pop this out. Well, okay. Yeah. And then we want some skeletons. Skeleton key. Two dagger attacks. What? What is it? know. 8,320. Yeah, I think we'll have a bunch of skeletons. So they make their way in, and then there's just skeletons in each one of these. Do we have skeletons with bows? We do. Okay, so we want one. Gotta fit in one square. Let's zoom in. And Control C, Control V. Get ourselves another one here. Control C, Control V. And 3 skeleton archers. And then it's good size. CV. And then V. Okay. And these will come out here. Oop. Stop it. And actually, instead of having 3 of these, let's delete this. Make this here. And then we want something big here, like a sarcophagus with something coming out of it. I think that's good. Like a shadow ghast. Something sort of big. I don't want anything, because this is just 10 within 5 feet of the monster's here. Just saying it's around be poisoned. Creatures immune to stench, shadow stealth, bite, claws. No, we want something. We want something like a bit more standard, scary. What are these things? If the creature isn't incapacitated, turn has advantage on saving throws against any effect that turns undead, unreadable face turn into any effects that would sense its emotions. So ranged weapon attack +5 to hit, 20 to 61 target. Okay. Okay, so there's a whole series of these guys. We are Sparta. Gacomantas. So do we want these instead of skeletons? A bit tougher, a bit more thematic, I think. Unfortunately, there's no images, but that doesn't really matter. What are these guys? Is it just like the low-level ones? So they're not too powerful. Range spell attack. Hit 13. So 2d8 plus 2 necrotic damage. The target can't regain hit points until the start of the return's next turn. If the target's missing any hit points, instead it takes 2d12. Okay, that's pretty cool. Is the main dude? No. So you either do 1d6 plus 3 with plus 5 to hit, or you do 1d6 plus 3, 3d6 poison, but then you have this underworld bolt. So we want these guys. And then you want a bunch of these little dudes at the front. Yeah? Yeah, so we have like 3 of these, and then 2 of these guys. I think that's probably what we want. So let's line these up, get those guys up, and we want the sentry. So we're going to have 3 of those and 2 of the other dude. But we still haven't got our main guy, like the one that's going to freak everyone out. Whites are pretty tough sometimes, but I don't know. Ah, there we go. Keeping with the sort of ancient Roman. Look for a picture of this guy as well. Uh, Speed is halved. That's pretty cool. Damage is if damage reduces to 0, everyone makes a Constitution saving throw and drops to 1 hit point instead. Can't be surprised. 2 longsword attacks and uses its strength drain once. 2d8 plus 5 or 2d10 plus 5. It uses 2 hands. Plus 2d10 necrotic damage. Yeah, that's badass. Strength drain. Strength score is reduced by 1d4 and the target dies if it is reduced to 0. Cool. This guy for sure. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to find a little icon for him. Really, we want spear dudes here because they're not. These guys aren't really arrow dudes. So Control C, V, V, and get rid of these ones. Delete, 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 and we want these guys in here. Now, do I have a crypt? Don't know if I do. Camp. Could almost use something like that. No, that's not what I want. I want some sort of table or something that will... What's dark layers? Basically, I want like a sarcophagus or something there. No. Essentials? What is that? No, it's this wyverns and stuff. Alien soldiers. Dungeon tiles. I wonder what's in there. Oh, there we go. Oh, I've already used that. Those are cool little dungeon tiles. Um, Sci-fi stuff. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, let's make something here. Um, really? It's gonna be like right underneath it. God damn it. That's so silly. Okay, let's make it a bit... Like, really? This is just always gonna be under there. Like, what sort of UI design is this? Like, really? Uh, can I please turn this? Okay. I wanted to use that. Um, let's try this table. Are you serious? Like, okay, I'm gonna move this to the map layer. Now let's, because I think that gets rid of those, so now we can turn it there. Cool. So like that. That's cool. Okay. Now we need like a sleeping soldier skeleton. These are all just weird soldiers. Actual weapons. It's not what I'm looking for. Nobles and guards. Mm, Lords and ladies. I mean, I can just use one of these guys. And with a proper cool longsword. Preferably, yeah, I mean, see, that guy is what I want. Um, God, I wish I could draw. These guys are not useful. Maybe something like this. Basically, want someone with a two-handed long, like grip on a longsword, because I'm gonna make him do some serious damage. Little goblins. No, not what I want. Oh, maybe I'll just settle for such a lame looking thing for the big bad guy. Mm, I mean, what do you expect for free, I guess? Um, like I would rather have a whole bunch of cool creatures than a bunch of townsfolks. Little gelatinous cubes. Yeah. Oh, the samurais. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Those are pretty cool, actually. Something like that. I mean, everyone will pick it up that it's a samurai, but it's still cool. So this will go over here. So this is a sarcophagus. They'll open it up, disturb it, whatever's in there, and it will kill them. I think that's a good trap. Did I open this guy yet? Yeah, cool. That thing is cool. This might actually be really tough for them. Especially with the shambling mound there as well. I don't know do I have the shambling mound on there? Yeah, that thing is so tough. It can hardly move, but the cool thing is that this guy can drop their speed, and so they've got 2 points. So they either go here, and they see this giant pile of bones and swords and weapons, all sort of jumbled together. And as they get close to it, it'll just like reach out and try and grab someone and pull them in. Or they'll open one of these doors. Um, this one being open already, so they'll come in, they can look in, they can see a skeleton, and that will trigger it. So anyone standing on this square will trigger. Anyone standing anywhere here will trigger it. And if they open this, it'll trigger the whole thing. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. So now make this just some urns and pots of oil and things like that. I wonder if I've got stuff like that. Pretty sure I do. Um, I mean, if I don't, doesn't really matter. I don't want to kill characters or destroy creatures. There's wet caverns. Is there wet caverns? Oh, lizard men and stuff. Why would you need a deer and a cat over like tables and stuff? That's okay. Dungeon tiles, that is cool, but they're too big. Mega Maps basic set. Okay. Under the Sea. Um, Pathfinder second edition characters. Okay. Seems like way too much stuff. Starlight Space. Oh, oh, that will be cool later if we actually do go into space, which it is a possibility in this one. So I'm tossing it around the back of my mind whether I want them to actually go into space and have different adventures in different places like Kryn uh, and Greyhawk and the different D&D places, or whether I just make it a standard fare and just have them basically explore this. Because the thing is, like, exploring all this is the same as exploring small bits of other planets, except that you get the feeling that you're traveling through space. So instead of like taking a month to go from here to here, you're taking a month to go from one planet to another, but you still only, you only end up in a small spot. So it functionally, you're covering the same amount of ground, um, if that makes sense. Uh, you fly to another planet, you still go to a city or a small place or something like that, and yeah, it ultimately is the same thing. Um, I don't even know why I have these guys. Anyway, I'm just gonna have to narrate these. I'm not gonna worry. This will be some pots of oil and various incense burning places. Um, if they do go into here, they'll find some. What will they find? Maybe they'll find maybe we can have this just be a room of offerings, and similar to this one, like this is the idea is that people come into the tomb, they come in, they leave offerings, and they leave. They don't go enter the tomb proper. So once you actually enter the tomb proper, um, it's more dangerous. So that's why people don't do it. Um, this room should have some sort of altercation. Actually, this room could have the altar in it. Actually, the top room will have that. So when they get to here, they'll find the altar. Right, I've kind of blurred everything, unfortunately, because I've been making this stuff up. I and I haven't really had time to get all this sorted when I was first starting. Bits of it have kind of changed as we went along. But what we want ultimately in here is some sort of demon encounter, like the final one. And I really want them to lose this. I will give them a chance to win, but I really want them to lose. Because I want this final thing to go off, and I want... Ultimately what I want is for a triangle to be formed. So it'll end up being not this triangle. Let's delete that. But it will end up being this triangle, like that. Oh, no, hang on, what am I doing? Get rid of this. It'll end up being that triangle, like that. And that will completely cave in that whole part of the whole part of the city will just disappear into the void, and that will become a portal to Limbo. And then they'll have to jump in inside the giant statues that guard the city, like mech suits, and have to jump in and just fight their way through like hordes of demons, like massively powerful demons, just crushing them as they rush towards the other side of the portal in Limbo, which is where all these demons are flying from, and shut that portal down by destroying it and ultimately killing the alchemist. And that will be the end of this arc of the story. So the alchemist will have his dragon mask, which V has been instructed to recover and return to his benefactor, which is, unbeknownst to him, a an undead Dracolich, an ancient red dragon, Dracolich, that has given V powers to try and search for all of these masks across Faerun. And then we'll see where they go from here. Um, they'll have this whole map to explore, so they can basically go wherever they want. I really don't mind. I think it'll be interesting to see once they're let off from this narrow adventure where they decide to go. And I'll make the story around that as they decide these things, because I want them to feel that there's no I want them to feel that it's not a linear story. I want it to feel like an epic of them walking around and just discovering stuff. So anyway, I'm yet to design this. So this will be the next session that I do. I think this is a good start. Um, I've got my little... why is this guy... He should be on the token layer. That's better. So yeah, he'll come out and fight these guys. Hopefully those guys don't damage them too much. And the altar will be down here, I think. I think that's probably the best place to put it. I can actually put it there right now because the thing that I'm using for the altar is, well, I mean, ultimately, you probably want it back here. You don't want them walking in and just be able to attack it. Um, Dungeon tiles, altar. What? Calm down. Um, it was sort of like that. So that's where the fight will start. We're gonna have to have some pretty beefy dudes there to make sure these guys can't do it. I'll look briefly at where's the doubles? There we go. Obviously, I don't want something like this that just can kill everything. He has heal. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's anyway. I'll won't look at a 21, which is a bit ridiculous. Something like this might be. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And mass suggestion. Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll look at this in another time. So yeah, thanks for coming along on this journey with me. I will be posting again whenever I'm not busy. I'll try my best to make this more regular, but it's very hard. So anyway, thank you.